The new academy is focused on 3 different CT pathways, one being culinary, the second being warehousing or logistics, and the third being coding. With the one program, a lot of our youth have not found traditional school successful for themselves, so they come to us for looking for different opportunities. This is a new opportunity for them. We've always had CT, but we're taking a different approach to having an academy and a focus specifically on CTE. So just looking at our students' needs. Every student needs a different look and a different type of education to make them successful.
We've been able to give the real world feel and experience quite a bit in a short period of time.
A little chaotic. It's like a bunch of people running around, prepping a bunch of things. You'll see like somebody out, like 2 or 3 people out on the grill, and then you'll see a bunch of people in the kitchen cutting stuff. So it's like everybody would do something a little different, and Mrs. Spears like helping everybody in the little areas,
We've had events here at the federal building where they've broke up the different jobs, like if they were in a restaurant.
Sometimes I'm helping prep or I'm in the front taking the orders. It's like always like a lot of people there, so like you have to move real fast. You don't want to be like left behind or anything like that.
I try to create an environment where they're feeling like they're accomplishing something. And I feel like if I do all of the hands-on work and don't allow them to experience it, then they're never going to get the confidence and they won't be able to feel that rush and that excitement as they prep stuff if it wasn't all in their hands.
It's really cool getting to work in something like you would actually see like on the job, but here you're actually cooking and learning hands-on with equipment, which is how I learn better.
The one thing that pushes them to come to school is the CT classes.
It actually does motivate me because when I first came here I was failing, and I've been here for a couple months now, and I'm actually having a passing grade now.
It does make me actually keep like motivated to go to school and keep coming every day to school, really.
The culinary or logistics or coding, that's what's pushing them even further to make them want to get the high school diploma, because they know they need to get that to go to the next step.
The program's designed to help students find a pathway after their graduation. So our goal is to bring the students when they're about 17, 16 and a half and start prepping them for that pathway. And then in logistics, there's so many different branches.
I went from not learning anything to knowing so much because of the wonderful teacher that I have, Hugo. If it wasn't for Hugo, I probably wouldn't know what I was doing. He breaks it down and explains it to you the way you need to hear it. And if you don't understand and you ask him, he'll reword it for you and let you know.
What I got from here is definitely the experience needed to be able to drive those things, as well as know kind of like a little bit of the rules. And it gives me an up on people who need to take their test or get certified.
I see the students, the way they engage, it gives them that advantage. And we don't just teach them logistics, we also teach them soft skills, which is huge, very important in the industry. I tell students, I said, the doors are gonna open. It's up to you for you guys to step right in there and nail that job interview. And we try to prepare them as much as we can. Be honest with you, very skeptical with simulators. I've never worked with virtual reality games. I've never gotten on video games. So there's a lot of lessons towards the end with the simulators that are actually really advanced and they get realistic. There's one lesson in there where actually you're driving down the aisle and boxes fall from the top and you have to disengage your dead man pedal to stop the vehicle. And it's so realistic. I actually had a student jump off the simulator because he felt it was so real.
The simulators, I didn't expect it to be, it's not hard, but it's not easy. You just gotta have the patience with it and make sure you're just doing everything the right way. It really helped me a lot to understand how I'm supposed to work out the equipment and how to really work in the area.
All of our instructors in the one program, and our overall motto is relationships for our students. They haven't had the best experience with education, and the number one thing is to build a relationship with our students. If you don't have the relationship and that trust, they're not going to be fully engaged in any type of education.
The teachers at these programs, they really care about your future and want you to see you do good. They don't want to see you go down.
Freshman, sophomore year, I wasn't doing so good, so I need credits. That's how I got started. But then I really enjoyed it, and I like Mr. C, how he teaches it, so I came back to get even more credits.
I'm really into video games and stuff like that, so any electronics or any technology I'm really into. When I heard about it was multiple programs you can come here, like youth build and stuff like that, but I heard coding and like computers, yes.
It's just like the fundamental understanding of how this interfaces of computers are working with you. And so when they understand that, when they learn that, they can take that to web development type jobs, but it can go beyond that.
When I first began, it was a little underwhelming because I didn't really know nothing about HTML or CSS, JavaScript, but now I'm getting the hang of it.
I never did coding before, and like last year was my first time because I had them last year also and this year, but like I never did anything like that before, and it was really fun to do the first time. So ever since I started coding, and like I also play video games, so like I could see how the coding world and the video game world like comes together and combines.
They can work, they can continue to work, but a lot of them after 2 to 2.5 hours, they start fatiguing out just being on the computer and working for an extended period like that. If they've done that, then I let them play a game, usually at the later quarter of the class. And so those are also games that are in our esports rotation. Lots of them, they like to play that game, and then I attempt to recruit them to be on our esports team if they like to play that game. And so that's kind of an exciting thing that they can't wait for.
Teacher definitely makes the day fun. It's more engaging, more hands-on. Definitely get in the zone, lose track of time. You know, if you like something, you get straight into it.
The other thing, like we just got, is our drone program. So that's new for me as well. And they're going to, with me, we're going to learn how to build drones, program drones, fly drones, as well as learning the theory of drones so that we can go get our FAA license.
We're like learning about drones and all that, and like how high you can fly them in certain areas and all that. But like soon, like 2-3 months, we'll be able to go take the test and do drone licenses and all that.
Opportunities. You can get vocational training, you can get CT training, and you can make a good living at it, you know, and be a contributing member to society. You know, I mean, that's kind of our overall goal. I mean, we want to see our students be contributing members of our community.
In my future, I definitely see me probably working at a warehouse.
In the future, yeah, I would like to open up a food truck and like mainly focus on like soul food.
I feel I'm ready to just go out into the world and show the world what I can do.
Being able to say that you can serve large amounts of food to different people and see them get excited about the product that you're putting out there is super rewarding, and I think the students are getting a good taste of that.
There is a great advantage with getting into the logistics program. And my goal is not to have a student be a forklift driver for the rest of their lives. If that's what they love doing and that's what they want to do, I want them to be the next supervisor at a warehouse, the next manager at a warehouse.
There's no end game to it. We just never rest and say, oh, look at the programs that we've created. I mean, we're always pushing forward because students are always changing, society's changing. So we're looking to meet those needs, to meet their needs to be successful.